4.4 million years ago, a creature named Ardi walked the earth. She wasn't human. She wasn't even a chimp, but she walked on two legs in a dense African forest. Not on the savannah, as evolution textbooks have long insisted. Her anatomy baffles scientists to this day. Upright locomotion before the open plains, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Science still has no answer. To understand why Ardi shakes the foundation of human origins, we need to step back, way back. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago, but for most of that time, it was lifeless. Only after another billion years did single-celled organisms appear. And for nearly 3 billion years after that, life stayed simple. No bones, no eyes, no brains, just bacteria and algae in ancient oceans. Only in the last 600 million years did complex life begin to rise. Dinosaurs came and went, mammals emerged, apes evolved, but the real twist happens around 4.4 million years ago. In what is now Ethiopia, a partial skeleton was discovered in the 1990s. Her name is Ardi, short for Ardipithecus ramidus. She stood about 4 feet tall, had a small brain, long fingers for climbing, and yet she walked upright. That's the part that doesn't fit. According to traditional evolutionary models, bipedalism, the act of walking on 2 feet, developed later when early humans began to roam open grasslands. Walking upright helped them spot predators, conserve energy, and free their hands for tools. But Ardi didn't live on the savannah. She lived in a forest. Her skeleton proves she was adapted to both climbing and upright walking, yet her world was thick with trees, no tools, no fire, no reason to walk on 2 feet. And yet she did. This forces us to ask, did bipedalism evolve under completely different circumstances than we thought? Or even more provocatively, was it introduced? In 1994, deep in Ethiopia's Afar region, researchers made a discovery that would upend everything we thought we knew about human evolution. What they unearthed wasn't just a few scattered bones, it was a nearly complete skeleton of a female hominin who lived 4.4 million years ago. She was named Ardi, short for Ardipithecus ramidus, and nothing about her fit the expectations. At the time, most scientists believed that humans evolved to walk upright as a response to life on the open savannah. Being bipedal allowed our ancestors to see over tall grass, move efficiently across distances, and free their hands for tools and carrying food. But Ardi didn't live in a grassland. The environment she inhabited was a dense, wooded forest. Ardi's skeleton told a story no one was prepared for. Her pelvis was shaped for walking on 2 legs. Her legs supported upright posture. Her spine connected to the base of the skull in a way that indicated vertical stance. But her feet still had grasping toes, clearly useful for climbing trees. She was a hybrid of old and new, ape and human. The mystery wasn't just her age or location. It was why such a creature existed in that place at that time. Dr. Amina Kiros, a paleoanthropologist with the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, explained it this way. What we found in Ardi completely changed our view of early hominins. The pelvis, the base of the skull, the orientation of the spine, it all suggests regular bipedal locomotion. And yet, she lived in a woodland, not an open savanna. This contradicts decades of assumptions about why we walk on 2 legs, she said. But Ardi wasn't alone. Around 4.2 million years ago, in Kenya, fossils were found of another early hominin, Australopithecus anamensis. This species also showed signs of upright walking while retaining traits suited for life in the trees. Once again, the environment didn't match the theory. And then came Lucy. Discovered in 1974 and dated to 3.2 million years ago, she was smaller than Ardi, but also walked upright. Her brain was still chimp-sized. There was still no fire, no tools, no signs of advanced behavior. For over 1 million years, multiple species of early hominins were walking upright, yet remained cognitively primitive. That's a long time to walk like a human without actually being one. These findings raise a troubling question. Why did upright walking appear so early in species that had no need for it in their environment, and no advanced intelligence to take advantage of it? If the pressures of open grassland weren't driving this change, then what was? Could it be that bipedalism wasn't purely the result of natural selection, but something introduced or accelerated? Not everyone agrees that Ardi rewrites the story of human evolution. Some scientists argue that bipedalism may have developed in patchy, mixed habitats, places where early hominins had to move between clusters of trees and open areas. According to this view, walking upright wasn't so much a leap forward as a useful adaptation in a changing landscape. But even that explanation runs into problems. Ardi's world was still predominantly forest, and her anatomy was already surprisingly refined for upright movement. The question lingers: if evolution is gradual, why did walking appear fully formed? Imagine a humid forest in what is now Ethiopia. The camera follows a small figure moving cautiously through thick undergrowth. She pauses, upright, scanning the canopy. Her long fingers brush a vine as she steps between trees, bipedal but at ease among branches. No narration, no music, only the distant calls of birds and the rustle of leaves. For a few silent seconds, we witness a moment that shouldn't have existed, but did. From discovery to discovery, a timeline begins to take shape. 4.5 million years ago, Ardi emerges. 4.2 million years ago, first upright species confirmed. 4.0 million years ago, Australopithecus anamensis walks. 3.2 million years ago, Lucy walks upright. 2.8 million years ago, first Homo species appears. Each step raises new questions. Why were these traits developing so early, long before intelligence, tools, or fire entered the picture? We stand in the arid landscape of Ethiopia's Afar Triangle. Wind stirs the dust as a field researcher crouches beside an exposed sediment layer, carefully brushing away loose soil. In the distance, volcanic ridges stretch across the horizon. A handheld scanner hums softly as it's moved across layers of ancient ash, searching for embedded fossils. The air is dry, silent, except for footsteps and wind. These are the exact grounds where Ardi was found. Every rock, every grain of soil may hold another piece of the puzzle we're only beginning to understand. The deeper we dig, the less natural our origin seems. Forest bipeds with no clear path to humanity, or a forgotten chapter we were never meant to read. If this evidence is real, what else have we missed? Follow the trail, subscribe. Like this video before it disappears.